Amor, vai, depois a gente canta de novo. Você tá assustando a gente, amor, você tá bem?
Eu tô com medo.
The mall turned into a water park, a type of water park you don't even want to play in, but it looks crazy, y'all. It looks very interesting to look at. Oh my God, bro. What's going on in China? This is like a movie.
Oh my God, I'm passing out. I'm passing out. I just passed out. Whoa.
Grand Rising to the collective. Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and 7-up. If you new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. This is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps glad to grow, helps glad to get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content. Tap in with this content. I appreciate you watching your TV, whatever the case is. I wish it was smooth 7. Might be trigger warning or 2. I hope not. Shout out to Amazon Beauty. Happy birthday to Renee Garrett. Shout out to Bucko from Australia. And I gotta go ahead and give a shout out to Jennifer. I love y'all comments, man. I love y'all support. I love what we built. I love the space we built, man. We built something special. We got something special here. So I appreciate y'all, man. 3.5 years. I wouldn't rather have done this with nobody else. I appreciate every last one of y'all. Every last comment. I even go back to like months ago comments. Like 4 or 5 months ago. I be running through it. Trying to make sure that y'all don't go unheard. But I love y'all, man. I ain't gonna hold you. Don't forget to hype up the video. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
Well, it appears our theme is continuing, and that is of people acting out of the ordinary, things happening to them that they can't explain. The following footage comes actually from a couple and their friends. They were celebrating his girlfriend's birthday when she started acting completely abnormal and weird, and this scary looking smile like just came over her. They're calling it a possession. And the kicker is she doesn't remember any of this. And the footage was captured in Brazil. Take a look at this. Comment below. Let us know what you think.
Nessa data... Peraí, gente, peraí. O que foi, amor, que você tá assim?
Que isso? Meu Deus.
Será que você tá bem?
Tá tudo
amor,
bem.
O que é isso? Tá me assustando com esse sorriso aí.
Ela tá muito estranha.
Amor.
Por que ela tá sorrindo?
Amor, tô falando sério. Você já viu ela assim?
Não.
Gente, eu vou gravar.
Meu, tá estranho isso daí.
Não tá certo.
Eu vou gravar.
Amor, a vela apagou, gente. Que viagem. Mas essas velas fazem isso. Amor, muda esse rostinho, vai ficar feliz.
A vela acendeu.
Ô, louco, mas apaga a velinha, amor, vai. Depois a gente canta de novo. Você tá assustando a gente, amor. Você tá bem?
Eu tô com medo.
Meu, a gente vai ter que chamar um...
isso?
Oh, não, não, não.
Meu Deus.
Não, amor.
O
Poxa, o
bolo.
que é isso, gente? Meu Deus, para.
Eu só queria o bolo.
Ajuda, gente. Gente, a gente vai ter que chamar socorro. Não sei o que ela tá tendo. Ela tá com algum problema.
Ela tá maluca.
Isso é normal?
Meu Deus, gente. Amor, amor. Não fica assim, não. Você tá... Por que você tá fazendo isso? Tá trolando a gente, né?
Assim.
É pegadinha, é pegadinha. Cadê?
Gente, chama uma ambulância. Vamos chamar uma ambulância.
Que maluco.
Thank God it ain't his wife. Glad she good. Hopefully she ain't had like dementia or something.
Check your eggs, y'all. Look at all these floating eggs. Supposedly they float, they're not good. I'm gonna crack one just to see what happens. So I'm gonna pick this one and we're gonna see. Okay, so we're gonna crack it.
What is that?
Oh, it was a floating egg, so we're gonna see. Oh, there's a whole baby in there! Oh! Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna pick this one out. Let's see. So this one is just like, so not all of them have babies. Some of them have just gone bad. So I'm not gonna risk it, and I'm just gonna go throw this whole batch away. I'm not gonna mess around with that.
No, let's open it. Let's open each one of them.
No, I'm not gonna open each one of them.
What?
Okay, my son wants me to crack this little one. Oh, I had a baby too!
Just 30 seconds earlier, I was watching Epic with my daughter eating ice cream, and then
How does that even happen?
So you are telling me if I don't put baking soda and vinegar in my grapes, that's what I'm eating? What is that? Like, look at the top. Look at those. What are those?
This shit bubbling like when people put peroxide on like cuts and shit. This shit we see with our food is crazy. Like with the chicken, shit is crazy. They got this pill though that you can use, like a little, looks like a pill. Take batteries and shit. You put it in a bowl of water and it cleans the fruit for you too. Do the same thing. Dude tripping in a casino. If you got a gambling problem, bro, I feel like casinos sometimes are there to, it's a scam. It's there to steal your money to people who think they got a chance of winning. And some people win. But more times than not, people lose than win. To me, I would think your chances is better driving down the freeway, just throwing your money out the window, bro. Like, that's, you got a better chance with that shit. But gamble responsibly. Let me know y'all thoughts, man. Shit all for entertainment. I hope you get his life right.
Who knew about the flying fish? Cause I didn't. When did fish get wings on them? When? Huh? Now you can tell me if you know about motherfucking fish having wings. I ain't never seen it before. It's the first time I ever heard or seen of this shit. Now we can have motherfucking fish chicken wings then? Can we have fish chicken wings? Huh? I eat that shit. Look at this shit. That like a little bird just flew out his fucking hand. Them little bitty flying motherfucking fish. Crazy shit. It looked like he was scared too. Dropped that motherfucker. Oh, get off my hand. You the one picked that motherfucker up. And you acting like you surprised. You already knew the motherfucking fish had wings and can fly. Not me, not I. Now I want some motherfucking fish wings now. I want to try them. Season that and you fry it or grill it, whatever the bake that mother. I want to try it. I'm fat as a mother, as you can see. I'll try a motherfucking fish wing. That's a big fact. Whoever know how to cook them, let me know. I buy it. Fish wings with some hot sauce on that. That's a big fact. Peace.
I seen that before, but I don't think they could fly that long.
All right, look, the poor people are starting to see through our bullshit. They're starting to see that it's not about being black or white. The real problem is us, the rich elites. Now, there's obviously more of them than us. So if they come together against us, we're cooked. But we've been here before, baby. Yeah, in the late 17th century, the poor were coming together to overthrow the rich. What did we do? We split them up. White and black. A social construct to divide them. Worked like a charm. But now they're starting to come together against us again. Can't have that. We gotta keep them in a constant war. The whites will never be held truly accountable, and the blacks will always be held overly accountable. See, being white and poor sucks, but being black and poor will always suck way more. And even the poorest of whites will look down on all blacks even if they have more wealth. This will keep them at constant odds with each other. Austin Metcalf, Carmelo Anthony. Perfect pawns. Their names even have a nice ring to it. And now Nolan Wells? We might have just bought ourselves another 20 years with this one. They're never gonna fight the system. Always each other. Meanwhile, we're poisoning the food, using all the water for our data centers, killing and children, corrupting the school's curriculum to push changes on the youth, committing mass, and most importantly, staying filthy rich. Life is good, isn't it?
He not wrong. The clip with the lady talking about privilege, in the video before, the day before yesterday, I seen more comments than not of people defending why they don't have privilege rather than just acknowledging the fact that maybe we all do need to help each other. That spoke volumes to me. Damn the privilege. Let's not talk about that. We could skip that, okay? Let's get over that fact. But is it right or is it wrong to intervene and stop somebody who may be not in tune or on this enlightened path, and you see what they're on based off what they see from the media? Is it right or is it wrong for someone to step in if they know they should step in? All of us, in all of the situations, because that R word go all over the board. Not just one people go through that shit. So let me know y'all thoughts, because I seen more comments than not defending the privilege part, but skipping the other part of what she was saying. Nah, talk about the help part. The damn privilege part, we could miss that. Let's talk about let's help. Why y'all didn't talk about that? Why the comments were so angry instead of just talking about the whole video, the whole clip? Y'all took pieces of what y'all wanted to talk about and skipped the help part. It speaks volumes. I challenge y'all to just, think of it from that perspective. Let me know y'all thoughts, man. He ain't lying. They use the pawns. This shit chess. They use us people as the pawns. Might have bought themselves another 20 years. That was facts. That's a cold ass bar, bro.
Someone said the Smithsonian must have missed one. Look at what this person finds in this crevice while in Mitora, Greece. A giant skull that fell down who knows how long ago. And if you look, they're about 100 yards away from this crevice. So that head is estimated to be twice the size of a human skull, which is exactly how many different ancients described the size of some giants. Twice the size, some were 3 times the size, double rows of teeth. Look at this freaking thing, dude. Giant skull found in Greece. And guess what? The ancient Greeks talked all about freaking giants. Also note, you can't really get up here. This isn't part of the tour. It's kind of a spire sticking up out of the ground. And furthermore, the person who uploaded this said that God guided their gaze to this spot. They saw it with their eyes first, and then they said, hold on a sec, zoom in. It's a freaking giant skull. And by the way, before you think, that's impossible. Dude, look up the newspaper articles since the 1800s. There's been hundreds of articles about giant bones, giant skulls, everything found, boom, bang, bing, all across the United States, all across Europe, let alone the ancient texts like the Bible, and even the Quran talks about it. I'm pretty sure even the freaking Talmud mentions giants. It was common knowledge back then. Cain and Abel, you got how many fairy tales? I'm just reading fairy tales now, and I'm seeing that so many of them are talking about giants. Fairy tale. They duped us, man. People thinking giants didn't exist or weren't real, yada yada. They freaking were, but the problem is that if you find out that giants are legit, it'll make you question the official narrative of how history unfolded, and their whole charade falls down. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and follow for more.
Shout out to Shane Vibes, man. Y'all tell him I sent you. He a legend.
Well, that's that. I was told to stop talking about the Coney Island mermaids. I don't know why, but if you don't see me on here making videos, you're going to know why. They basically told me, what you're talking about is illegal, and we need you to stop. And they asked me if I understood that. And I'm like, understand what? I'm not allowed to talk about pretend mermaids on Coney Island? What the hell's the big deal? The video's got like 180,000 views. But this TikTok's supposed to be just for fun. But for some reason, somebody or something is upset about it. This happened to me before when I posted some other video about mermaids, and people started contacting me and tried to get my video shut down, but I don't know why. So let's keep pushing this. If anyone has any footage of the Coney Island mermaid, can you please get that video to me? The other lady's too scared to do it, which I understand, because now I found out that if you talk about it, they don't like it. So if anyone has any footage or any photographs of the Coney Island mermaid, please send them to immediately before this video gets taken down or before they shut me off completely. Thank you.
So y'all trying to tell me that the Masons don't run the courthouses. This is the DeKalb County Courthouse. This is the DeKalb County Courthouse. Look what they got on the cornerstone. DeKalb County Courthouse. Right under it. Grand Lodge of Georgia. See? Grand Master. The Masons run this shit. When I told you they was stalking me, why the f would I lie? When I told you there was a gang stalking me and setting me up and I couldn't go to the police, why would I lie? Here go the proof right here.
I asked them to tell me about who was flying these things. He therefore said, fine, they're approximately 5 feet, 4.5 to 5 feet tall. They had one or two of them around that were 230 years old, and we have a total of at least 18 that exist and operate with our facility as Teller set it up. Now notice the eyes are different, nose are different, but they do have 5 fingers, 5 toes, 2 eyes, and rather strangely enough, I asked him how they communicate. He says, well, it's like this, boy. You all of a sudden have a question in your mind. You walk into a room with one of them, and all of a sudden you find yourself giving the answer to your question in your own voice. They're able to use their own voice by telepathy to talk to you. And I said, fine. Now that's how they look front. But when you turn around and look at the back, it's like that. Now notice that they have 3 backbones. They're actually cartilage. Nevertheless, it's a much more efficient system than ours. They also have 3 ribs in their system rather than more. This is also the back side of an alien. Here's a 45-degree look. And here's the back of the head. Notice the veins. No hair. And now when we talk about aliens, I pushed the issue and he said, well, there's kind of 2 groups of aliens. He divided them, they divide them into 2 groups. One group he calls, it's like you have a ranch. And you have a ranch and you find that one group are your wranglers that know how to wrangle your cattle. Our others are rustlers.
Man, he was kind of going crazy with that clip, bro.
Did you see the story of the 2 teenage girls who were planning on killing a classmate, and they said they wanted to use his body after as a ritual to bring back the Sandy Hook shooter?
Really?
This is real, bro. Yes, these little girls are absolutely insane. You didn't hear about this?
No.
Bro, this 15-year-old girl named Isabel Valdez and this 14-year-old girl named Lois Lippert. Both of these little girls were in class like any other day, and this girl, Isabel, started talking to Lois, and pretty much she cooked up this idea that they were going to end the life of another classmate and use his body for a ritual. She said that she picked him because he resembled the Sandy Hook shooter.
Really?
Yeah. What they were going to do is they were going to lure this kid into the bathroom, slit his throat, and then drink the blood.
Wow.
The little girl, Isabel, can't keep her mouth shut. She tells another kid that was like some other little boy in their class. He goes and tells a teacher. So the police come and get them from their school. There's footage of them in the back seat of the police car. Bro, the footage is disgusting.
Are we gonna be in the same one?
What do you mean, same one?
Same jail?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah! Dude, Dude, I was gonna do my makeup this morning for the mugshot, but I couldn't find anything. I'm glad I don't actually look too bad today. I look horrible.
They find out that their plan was, like I said, to resurrect the Sandy Hook shooter to come to their school and commit a school shooting at theirs.
Really? That's what they wanted?
That was their plan.
Oh my God.
The police are basically digging into these little girls' lives. Like, they're looking into their homes. They confiscated their devices, things like that. Bro, they go through the little girls' phones. This little girl, Isabel, they found hella CP material.
Really?
On her phone at 15 years old, Mike.
Wow. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Man, I pray for the world.
I need y'all to take a look at what's going on in China right now, y'all. For the past couple of weeks, China has been getting hit back to back. I'm talking about tornadoes after tornadoes. And in China, something like this is not normal, y'all. Especially back-to-back tornadoes, man. Whoa, look at the way that this thing is creeping up towards this dude's apartment. And he actually gets hit by the tornado. I don't know what happens to him, y'all. But look at this, y'all. It's an EF4. Bro, look at this. And that was the end of that video, y'all. I don't know what happened to him, y'all. They're talking about winds up to 200 miles an hour. The mall turned into a water park, a type of water park you don't even want to play in, but it looks crazy, y'all. It looks very interesting to look at. Oh my God, bro. What's going on in China? This is like a movie. Look at the water. They are saying multiple dams. Is that a Pokemon car? Bro, Pikachu. Y'all, that's Pikachu. As I was saying, y'all, they're saying multiple dams broke in China, man. And now look at all this flooding. Like, it's like a reverse, man. We're losing all our water and China's getting all the water. Look at this.
Eastern Chinese region of Guangxi, where a dam gave way in Hangzhou, east of the regional capital of Nanning. Persistent heavy rainfall since July 3rd has caused severe flooding and unleashed surges of water, prompting officials in Nanning, home to 9 million people, to put the region on high alert.
Bro, look at this water that's flooding into this construction site. They were building new housing there. Look at that, y'all. Y'all agree with me? Let me know down in the comments below, man, because this is not normal. For China to be getting hit back to back like that, y'all, they're not saying nothing about it. But yeah, y'all, I've been telling y'all, man, the shift is here, man. Let me know what you guys think about the video, man. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
Prayers to China. There was a couple clips in there I had to take out. Y'all know why it won't fit the guidelines of YouTube. But I seen a comment. Somebody said, when I did say I had to take some stuff out, they said, why am I gatekeeping? You sound like an agent, bro. We ain't even gonna give you that energy because I know you're trying to get that negative shit. So what we gonna do is pass that positive shit right back to you and make your ass run up out of here. I wish you the best, bro. I wish you were smooth 7 and I pray for you. You gotta think a little bit, bro. I challenge you to do that. But I'm done trolling on that tip. I ain't gonna gatekeep from y'all, man. If I ever take something else to fit YouTube's guidelines, some of that got to get taken out. The wind's blowing while some of the people outside, as we saw in the previous video, I told y'all that hit me over the head with that one. So, and the car falling off the bridge into the water. But I got y'all, man. Bear with me.
What's happening in Venezuela right now is not from a natural disaster. The same weapon system that caused the earthquakes in Haiti is the same weapon system that was used in Venezuela just before the earthquakes. Chavez warned of this weapon system all the way back in 2010.
Chavez is saying that the U.S. Navy launched a weapon capable of inducing a powerful earthquake off the shore of Haiti. He adds that this time it was only a drill, and the final target is destroying and taking over Iran.
Did you catch the last part? He said the final target will be Iran. Same operation that they had in Haiti to send kids to Epstein Island is the same thing they're doing in Venezuela now.
What's going on is that apparently they are taking traumatized and orphaned children to use for child.
Hermanos, si tienen familiares que tenían niños allá en La Guaira, lo más recomendable que yo les digo ahorita, vayan para allá, porque si sus familiares y sus hijos quedaron a la intemperie, hermano, Mr. Pizza, yo no puedo hablar mucho de esto porque esto es algo de la él a nivel mundial, puedan a uno por hablar de estas cosas, pero aquí en Venezuela está operando eso y tienes que cuidar los peluches, porque Mr. Pizza se los puede... Entonces, están robándose los peluches para venderlos, hermano. Así que...
Y'all think Palm Beach Pete, other character, still alive?
Viendo bien sa TikTok ko yung may other side of the world. Oh, hindi na ako. The fuck? Sheesh. Whoa. Grabe. Sabi mo yan, ano? Yung maagas, oh. Hindi ako naman itong camera na to. Marami na.
You know about what's happening about the sewage from Tijuana flooding San Diego beaches? Billions of gallons of untreated sewage and industrial waste flow from Mexico down the river into Southern California.
Wow.
They said 150 out of 200 days they couldn't swim in, like, Leo Carrillo, maybe that was it down there?
Yeah.
So Mexico's sending so much waste into the
Wow, that's
ocean.
insane.
You can't swim in San Diego right now. It's poop beach. It's literally poop beach.
Wow.
That's what it looks like from an aerial view. That's all poop.
All that brown part is poop?
That's poop, dude.
Yeah, NASA can see it from space.
NASA can see the poop from space in San Diego.
Oh my God.
There's a theory that there is a species of underwater sea humanoid creatures, and it's not as crazy as it sounds. Sailors, Vikings, medieval civilizations, and civilizations and continents that had no communication with each other all had documented encounters of half human, half sea-like creatures. Even Christopher Columbus in 1493 claimed to have seen 3 mermaids near the Dominican Republic. And although it's commonly believed that he just saw manatees, who knows for sure? It's not like he took a picture. Fast forward into modern times, most UFOs are sighted or videoed over large bodies of water or the ocean. And there's even been reports of these crafts moving underwater at speeds that we are not technologically advanced enough to reach. What if there is a species of underwater sea humanoid creatures, and just like we've advanced with the times, they've also advanced and have underwater crafts, cities, and possibly even civilizations that we don't know about?
The FBI came out and said that there's about 500 unnamed serial lurking among I-40. And I saw another creator talk about the same thing on here. If I find her page, I'll at her down below. But anyways, this is something that I've been thinking about for a while. And I had like my own little theory about it, you know, growing up in the Pacific Northwest. And I've been saying this for so long. When you are on, I don't know about I-40, but when you are on any highway up in the Pacific Northwest, it feels weird, especially highways over in Oregon. And I'm talking about the ones that run from like Portland all the way out to the coast. Those ones are really, really weird. And I know a lot of people are gonna like come on here and make fun of me, whatever. You wanna make fun of me, make fun of me. I was born and raised in the Pacific Northwest. I have traveled those roads many of times. And I fully believe that most are truck drivers, or they're just people who live all the way up in those woods who have nothing else to do, and they know those woods and each trail and each abandoned logging road like the back of their hand.
Matter of fact, prove me wrong. I want you to prove me wrong. Ever since CERN shut down on June 29th, things have changed. And it's going to be a lot of people that say, oh no, nothing changed with me. But it's a rabbit hole full of people that understand that things change. First of all, let's start off with the fact that before CERN shut that Hadron Collider off, there was no K in Chick-fil-A. Even though people argued and argued that there was a K in Chick-fil-A, but there wasn't a K in Chick-fil-A. As soon as CERN shut down, there's randomly now a K in Chick-fil-A. C-H-I-C-K filet.
Wasn't it just this the other day? What? This, not that.
And let's not forget Fruit of the Loom. Now, they're saying that the cornucopia is back in Fruit of the Loom. People were having arguments after arguments saying that there was never a cornucopia in Fruit of the Loom. How did it get back here? You have multiple people saying that ever since CERN shut down, they've been able to sleep. They feel like time is moving slower. And I just don't take things on face value. So I went down a rabbit hole. There are multiple videos of multiple people saying they feel like they've been sleeping longer. I seen a video with a guy saying that he went to sleep for 45 minutes. And that 45 minutes felt the longest it has ever felt in a long time. But now let's go back to before CERN shut down. You have videos of people saying that days felt like it was short. Time felt like it was faster. And they could not get enough sleep. This machine is supposed to be up for 4 years. I wonder what's going to happen in 4 years.
We talk about CERN shutting down as if like there's not other CERN buildings and labs or whatever you want to call them, warehouses, whatever, facilities in other places. Shit still feel the same to me. The days are still going fast. I'm more tired now, but I'm sleeping better, but I'm more tired, bro. And it seemed like I'm in a blink of an eye and I'm back up again. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts. But the cornucopia, Chick-fil-A, the cornucopia shit went to court and people lost that with Fruit of the Looms. And so if that to be back, that would be them just playing with our minds, bro. They playing, jumping timelines, all types of shit. Let me know y'all thoughts, though. This shit all entertain me.
Those who study geology, help me out for a second. So how did this lake come to be? This is a very blue lake, but it's not a river, it's a lake. How did the rock cut get formed? We're about west of the Pyrenees Mountains. I'll put the exact place right here because I don't remember the name of it. But like I said, it's a lake, no current. How can it just, the rock cut's crazy. And why is the lake so blue? Like I know it's like, there's no glacier melt here. I don't think that this place gets like glaciers. So.
Good questions.
Missouri is going through it right now, y'all. They declared a state of emergency in Missouri. You got people literally on their roofs. Biggest flood in the state's history. So my condolences go out to those people, man. Hopefully, the government ain't really gonna do shit, but hopefully they do something. But yeah, man, I seen children on rooftops. It's crazy, man. It's crazy what's going on in Missouri right now. But them people definitely need some help right now. Hopefully the government, they need to send somebody, bro. They got 5-year-olds on top of their roofs.
Again, colors and nationalities ain't gonna matter when shit hit the fan one day. Colors and nationalities ain't gonna matter when shit hit the fan one day. As we see here, they all need help. So why don't we all help each other? Before we get to this type of shit where you don't have time to think and plan or plot or prepare or soft entertainment. Let me know y'all thoughts.
It's nice and easy. Take your time. Just keep your hand on the rail. You'll grab all your belt again.
You're good.
Where's that? I know it's that.
Somewhere.
I got a belt loop. I don't think there's a belt.
Nope, just loop.
Take your time.
How many stairs is this? Do we know?
No. Well, I think we do, but I'm not sure. I couldn't count them on the way up.
I felt safer with the train there.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because you couldn't go either way, but
I would have lost my shit on everybody at that company.
The dome that we're in, I want to say, I call it like a little snow glass. You know that little thing yes, that that's what we're in.
It, yeah.
Or even more deeper than that little board game bobble, and you have to bobble and it has the little bubbles and it's all around across. That's exactly what we're set up in.
So you saying it's multiple places with the dome over them?
Yep.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Are you also saying that there are portals to jump to both?
Stargates.
What is a Stargate?
So you ain't never watched the TV series Stargate? The military was able to access the Anunnaki Stargates to be able to go through different time warps and stuff. And they got one in Area 51. It tells you everything in that. That's another thing that they dropped in the 90s. So when I was, again, let's go back to where I'm from. I'm from San Angelo, Texas. It's also considered as a Indian reservation. My grandma, one thing with my grandma on my mom's side, last name's Washington. You know, she said, I remember when Jesse Jackson had announced that, oh, we from Africa, all that stuff. My grandma was pissed.
I'm gonna just start naming them while we're here.
Go ahead.
They talking about the food we eat and drink, what they putting in it, they experimenting with it. They talking about hair products. They talking about music, how it's programming your mind. They talking about Black people in the hood to run these experiments, to clone them, to test out certain programs underground that they built underneath the hood, the ghetto, whatever you call it, wherever you from. They're doing all kind of crazy shit.
He cloned.
Because he, supposedly, the rumors came out that he was cloned.
Well, think about it. Don't forget that he had that whole tattoo.
Great.
He don't have that no more.
Yeah.
Same thing with Gucci Man. His whole tattoo is totally different from the fat Gucci Man. The gel is part of a cloning system. So again, you go back to they cloned Tyrone, right? He said pimps and hoes. So where is pimp and hoes gonna go? Jail. They're the first ones getting locked up.
And those are the easiest ones to clone.
In the military, because they're not around. Think about everybody that's hospitals. Everybody that switch out. Like Michael Jackson, when they switched, that stuff happened with Michael Jackson. Put him in the hospital, he came back somebody totally different.
This one's freaking me out because what do you mean it's back to Fruit OOT? It was Fruit OOT forever. And then it was the Mandela effect that, no, apparently it's Fruit, UIT, Fruit Loops. And I was like, that doesn't make sense. It was Fruit, OOT, with the cereal as the O's. But no, that was a Mandela effect because I made a video on Mandela effects, and that was one of them. That it was supposed to be Fruit OOT, and that's what I remembered. That's the timeline I was from. But no, it's Fruit UIT. It's back to Fruit OOT. OOT? With the... What do you even mean? This has got me so up. What do you even mean? Then I looked up Fruit Loops Mandela effect. The Fruit Loops Mandela effect is a common false memory where people recall the popular Kellogg cereal being spelled Fruit Loops UIT. In reality, the official name has always been Fruit Loops OOT since it was introduced in 1959, using the O's in the word to represent the actual cereal loop. That's what I said before when everyone was like, no, it's Fruit Loops now UIT.
Candace Owens was just asked the darkest thing that she actually believes is real.
What's the single most disturbing thing you found that you actually believe is real?
It's occult worship. They believe in magic. You could get into like Aleister Crowley. All that's real. I mean, he wrote books about it. It's not like they were trying to hide it.
She's right. Aleister Crowley literally called himself the B666. And in his system, energy was seen as a pathway to spiritual power. But here's the key. This isn't just evil for evil's sake. The entire occult promise is hidden knowledge, spiritual authority, and ultimately man becoming divine. And as Candace points out, this gets extremely dark.
They were summoning demons. They were summoning demons.
Crowley and modern occultists are intentionally trying to usher in the end times. But why? Because the occult has their own version of the end times. They don't believe that judgment is coming. They believe ascension is coming. They believe that the old world has to collapse so that a new age can be born, where Jesus Christ is replaced by man becoming his own God. But that's not what scripture says. The truth is that the occult is falling for the same ancient lie from Eden being repackaged for the final generation. The serpent said, you will be like God. But we know that there's only one God.
Hollywood is one of the darkest places of all time. After years of lies and conspiracies, their industry is finally getting exposed. But now my question is, why was Hollywood so satanic? Well, rumor has it that Lucifer was actually an angel of music. There's even this translation in Ezekiel 28 describing him to be covered in these instruments. Of course, music is a very curious thing. Only those who are actually within the industry will truly understand how powerful this thing is. See, music drives culture, and he who controls the culture controls the world. This is why you were probably raised on Disney or Nickelodeon. But here's what just blows my mind. You see, there was this strange discovery made around 2,500 years ago, where someone found that sound itself can affect people's emotions and character. So, for example, if you listen to hardcore rap for long enough, then eventually the human mind will begin to think and act out these songs in real life, which is exactly why even the CIA plays a part in Hollywood. It's because nothing else can influence such a massive amount of people. And like I said, Lucifer was an angel of music, an angel with a rebellious song, which resonated with 1/3 of all angels, ultimately causing war in heaven. So for this, Lucifer was cast down, where I believe he found a place named Hollywood, a land of music, a land to continue his work, writing the soundtrack to the greatest rebellion of all time.
What? Alto voice? That's a nigga you don't want to trust. But Bernie, it was weighing on him because they kept inviting him back to the clone lab. He kept literally seeing people die before his eyes. And if you want to know what I'm talking about, rent the movie Hostel. It may be kind of hard to find, but you probably can see it for free on the internet. Just Google Hostel, and everything that you see in that movie is what they do in the clone lab. And she also had to pass away because she got tired. She didn't want to do it no more. She was chipped. All they did is cut her chip off, and they put her face down in the water. Bobby Christina was chipped too. They killed her the same way. Now, to let us know that Bobby Christina's death was not an accident, but it was a ritual. They took Bobby Christina out the damn Hertz or whatever the damn car was, right? And they got ready to wheel her body into the morgue or whatever. It was a church. I don't know what exactly the place was, but to let us know that it was an actual ritual, they had 2 Egyptian unks out there. I don't know if y'all peep game. They did the same thing with Whitney Houston. Now, you telling me that this was an accident, and now they're saying it's a boyfriend that did it? No, he's a fall guy. And by the way, they already done shot him up with some MLK. He's totally submissive. Have y'all
with him? Y'all against him?
See, they give you everything you want. They give you all the fancy cars, the private jets, the fancy living, all the money that you could desire. But here comes the rituals now. Now you like, this ain't what I asked for. You know what I'm saying? I got into this game because y'all told me that y'all could offer me something. Y'all told me that y'all can give me this lavish lifestyle. Then when you start seeing what's going on behind the curtains, you like, man, this ain't what I signed up for. This is not what I came here to do. And now here comes the rituals. Now you stuck. And you gotta continuously do it.
There's a hole on his property, and he sees that like all his neighbors are throwing all kinds of crap into the hole, like old washing machine. They're just using it as a dump. And so he starts doing the same thing. They're all just throwing stuff in the hole. And after a while, he wonders, why does this not fill up? Very strange. So he goes over there, and he's just he can't see the bottom. He can't hear an echo, and he's out there investigating with his dog. So he wants to figure out how deep this thing goes. And he's a fisherman, so he puts fishing line down there, and he's got 5,000 feet, and he doesn't hit bottom. He does another spool. He's got 10,000 feet. He ties lifesavers on the bottom of it, see if dissolved. Maybe it's a well. 20,000 feet, 50,000, till he hits about 16 miles of line down, and he doesn't hit the bottom with it.
16 miles
16 miles of line. His radios are acting weird. When he's out there working, he's listening to his radio, but when his radio's near the hole, he's picking up these strange things, like he's hearing old-time music, and which doesn't make sense. And then he tunes a little bit, and he catches a baseball game. He listens to that for a minute and realizes it's a game from 30 years ago. So something is affecting like time around the hole. So then they say, someone volunteers to go down the hole. And they're like, no, you can't do that. But they're a shepherd colony, so they send a sheep down the hole in a crate, and they send and the sheep doesn't want to go. Animals don't like this thing. Birds fly around it. Animals don't want to go. So the sheep is freaking out, and they send the cage down at like 1,200 feet, and it stops moving, and they pull it up, and the sheep is dead, but it looks totally fine. So they said, we'll do an autopsy on it, we'll butcher it. They butchered the sheep, and the entire inside cavity of the sheep is gone, and inside is a giant tumor, disgusting huge tumor. And they cut the tumor open, and inside is what Mel described as like the fetus of a seal with human eyes, and it's looking at them. They kind of just set this seal looking thing out for a while. They're looking at each other for a couple of hours, and then it eventually kind of inches its way back down into the hole. And once it does that, Mel, who had is now free, and they finally set up an interview to go over all the evidence, but Mel never shows, and Art is never able to get a hold of him again.
Check out the show Outer Range on Prime.
I very intentionally do not have my technology patented. Why? Because the patent industry is actually very corrupt. I learned this because I went to a Rotary Club meeting and I spoke with the inventor of the wireless key fob for cars. And he told me, GM stole my stuff. And I said, well, you have a patent, didn't you? He's like, yo, I have like 70 patents. I'm like, so how do they steal your stuff with the patent? He's like, because a patent doesn't mean anything to big players. All a patent is a means for you to go to court and say, hey, they infringed on my patent. Now you need to fight their lawyers. And you're fighting this big industry that has billions of dollars, and they can just go to court over and over. And they have the funds to do that. You don't, because you're not GM. You're not whoever. And so you have no money left. So even though you know they stole your thing, you can't prove it anymore.
Believing one of the dolls might be possessed, he went to get some holy water to bless the collection. But just moments before he could do it, something even stranger happened.
Holy water I got from the church in my neighborhood. I'm going to pour it at him and see if there's any reaction. I'd like to see if there's a violent reaction that comes from, that could come out from him.
According to him, Clyde suddenly tipped forward, knocking over the bottle of holy water. The next morning, he noticed a strange bruise on his arm that he believed matched the shape of Clyde's hand.
And if you look at his hand, compared to my bruise, you'll notice it's the same size. So, yeah, it was definitely him, I'm pretty sure.
From that point on, he began closely monitoring the doll and claims he caught it moving several times on camera. In some clips, the doll appears to stare directly into the lens. In others, it seems to move one of its hands. So what really happened? Was he so convinced that the paranormal was real that he began seeing ordinary events as something supernatural? Or did his growing obsession with the doll slowly begin to warp his perception of reality? According to the story behind this lost footage, in 2010, two brothers headed into one of the most remote and hard-to-reach areas near their home. Armed with nothing but a camera and a knife, they went into the woods that night in search of wildlife. But what they ended up capturing sent them running in terror. Their destination was an abandoned railroad bridge that almost no one ever visited. That was exactly why they chose it, far from people. They believed they had a much better chance of encountering wild animals. As they moved deeper into the darkness, lighting their way with only a flashlight, they suddenly heard a strange sound.
With just a knife, bro? Really?
Another day, another fishing into somebody's wall. Let's get rid of some of this. What is this? Tough. Nope. Nope, back in the wall.
My cousin just bought a new house, and I'm scared. Regular room. Closet. What? And there's two doors over there. I told her to padlock them because I think someone is living in their walls. Tell me this isn't the most terrifying thing you've ever seen. Unless it's like I would sign my waiver. What was that? Oh. Boss, I can't.
Okay, so we're up in the crawl space now. Sorry, it's really tight getting back here. And I see this hole. And I decide to look inside to see what's in here, right? And I have a headlamp on right now and my phone light, and I cannot see the bottom.
Have you ever seen something like this?
Oh my god. No, please. Oh no, please. Help you.
So the reason that this footage is so strange is because you have two different things going on here at once. You have this orb, which looks like some sort of light being just slowly floating down the mountain. And then you have this person or creature. It could be a person wearing a cloak like a witch, but this person is just walking around in circles repeatedly, almost like they're doing some kind of a ritual. And then you have this orb coming down the mountain. What is the object, the light object, the orb right here? And what is this person or creature? What is going on in this video? This is kind of hard to understand because there's really no context behind it. This is just something that someone captured and thought it was strange, so they uploaded it. What do you think is going on here?
Oh no, please. Help you.
But that
shit don't make no sense to me.
Oh my god, I'm passing out. I'm passing out. I just passed out. Whoa.
Thankfully, they made it back to the dock without being injured. But the fear in that moment was real. Their legs were shaking, their hearts were racing, and the shapes below were believed to be reef sharks, likely curious rather than aggressive. And from the water, we go back to land, where the next accident happens so fast that by the time anyone understands what they are seeing, the fall has already begun.
900 venomous snakes, including cobras, are on the loose after a flood hit China. This is literally something out of my nightmares. If you didn't know, South China was hit with a typhoon. It flooded a breeding farm, and this is the result of it. I'm sorry, why are we breeding venomous snakes? No, thank you. No. I'm not gonna lie, this is such a funny visual, just all the snakes going down like a water slide together. Ew.
The clip with the girls on that, I don't know what you want to even call it. Put in the comments the correct terms behind that. Glad they good. You want to call me up there. Just watching the whole shit had my anxiety on 1,000,000. What about y'all?
These are disturbing stories that you can read about on the internet, and viewer discretion is advised. On April 22nd in 2019, in Muncie, Pennsylvania, one of the worst freak accidents occurred. 35-year-old Jill Greninger was working at the Economy Locker Storage Company. He was working alone that shift and fell into one of the meat grinders. And nobody knew about it until one of her coworkers actually heard some strange noises coming from that machine. There were no eyewitnesses and there was no video captured. And apparently it took emergency responders from 45 minutes to 2 hours just to get the machine disassembled. After hearing the news, OSHA made a full-on investigation, where of course they found multiple safety violations. Now allegedly what happened is that Jill was on these rolling staircases, where she either slipped or was pulled in from the machine itself. And of course there were no guardrails or safety measures to stop something from like that happening. The company was only fined $49,000 for the incident. Literally just penalized in like civil fines. Now, of course, the company went through like a safety overhaul, but like, holy shit. Next to like death by alligator, I can't think of a worse way to go. I'm also astonished that I'm just hearing about this incident for the very first time. But of course, that's the crazy shit that you can find on the internet. But honestly, what do you guys think? This one wasn't in a video form, so it's just disturbing stories this time. So if you know of any disturbing stories that you found on the internet, please let me know in the comments below and I'll cover it.
Do you guys remember taking 2 soup cans and a string and making a telephone with your friend? I've made the same kind of thing with solo cups, some metal foil, and a speaker cone spring. But when I put this thing up against my beehive, have y'all ever heard of anything like this before?
If this ain't a reason to keep your ass from flying in those friendly skies, then I don't know what is. A 61-year-old man flying from Greece to Germany was nearly sucked out of a plane while he was flying. You heard what I just said? This man is flying. The next thing you know, the window opens up and pulls him out the window. If it wasn't for God himself, he wouldn't even be here. People said that 6 minutes after takeoff, they heard a loud bang. And after they heard that loud bang, they seen this man's body almost out the window. Mind you, they're saying that they had an engine failure. And listen to this Final Destination shit. Experts are saying that the debris that fell from this engine hit that window, and that caused, you already know what I'm trying to say, right? That shit was some Final Destination shit. If it wasn't for this man's wife, if it wasn't for the passengers on that plane, this man would be gone. Picture you in this plane, in the window seat, after takeoff. You know after takeoff, you be wanting to get comfortable. You lay your head on the window, and the next thing you know, half of your body is out. What kind of shit is this? This man had neck injuries, shoulder injury, but they didn't have to bury him. He better thank God they didn't have to bury him. I'm out.
If you look at CERN, it's basically a massive facility in Geneva, Switzerland. They're basically trying to open portals to let these entities come through our realm. I saw that there was a big statue of Shiva, who's a Hindu god, out in the front, and Shiva is called the Destroyer. Right. They call him Apollyon, who's also mentioned in the book of Revelation as a destroyer, who is clearly a fallen angel.
You know what's even crazier is that in the book of Revelation, it mentions, it's the letter to the church of Pergamum, and it says that where Antipas, my faithful witness, was martyred, where Satan dwells. I believe that Pergamum was a place where you had this ancient temple to Zeus, and it was moved, it was taken piece by piece apart and moved to a museum in Berlin. But historically, the church tradition said that Antipas was actually martyred on the temple to Apollyon. It's in Geneva, Switzerland. Really? So where the site of CERN is actually built on where there's a temple to Apollyon.
No way.
Yeah, absolutely. So it is weird that Apollyon being the destroyer, Apollo, even Apollo is associated with locusts. Yeah. He was a god of plague. So who is the king of the bottomless pit over locusts? This idea that they're trying to like hijack their way into the bottomless pit. It's absolutely terrifying.
We took that rabbit hole.
ChatGPT's predictions of 2026 happening right now. GPT predicts that these 5 events are most likely to happen statistically in 2026. January 3rd of 2026, I asked ChatGPT its top 5 predictions of this year. Are 2 of ChatGPT's predictions coming true right now? Number 1, ChatGPT on January 3rd predicted that we will have to redefine the word life. Scientific discovery in 2026 will force scientists to redefine a definition. May have to redefine the definition of life. GPT predicted in 2026 that we may actually have to redefine the term life of what is actually alive. No, are we there yet? It seems like we're pretty close to redefining what is actually a living thing. Number 2, a famous figure may come back to life. Yes. 2, a famous figure will be declared alive in 2026. GPT predicts in 2026 somebody that we thought was long gone will pop back up and be declared alive. And it better not be Bob Barker again. It predicted in 2026 that somebody famous, somebody in the public eye, will wake up alive. Now, right now, in this climate, are we talking about the same thing? You think about these 2 predictions that happened on January 3rd of 2026. Is ChatGPT right? Is it the algorithm? Is it a timeline switch? Let me know. It's us.
The first one scared me a lot.
Here we go again with another nasty. You had this petty 25-year-old Victoria Craner from Little Egg Harbor has been arrested after authorities say a video on her phone led to her SAing a child under 13 years old. How all this happened was, it was a witness, which was her friend. She had lent her phone and she asked her for the phone back. Friend goes through the device trying to erase all the videos and pictures that she had on there and apps and everything, right? Victoria, clumsy ass, karma is leave a video on there when she having, inappropriate actions with a minor. Allegedly, she saved the video, turned over the phone to the police. Victoria, she was trying to deny it, but The friend said, no, this is her. It was her tattoo, it was her voice, it was her bathroom. After they obtained the search warrant for her Snapchat and cell phone account, not only that, the detectives discovered multiple additional videos of her doing the same acts and worse to the same child. She was charged with second-degree SA, second-degree manufacturing of child abuse material, and third degree of endangering the welfare of a child. She in the Ocean County jail with no bail. Also, they haven't released anything about this was her own child, if she was a stepmom, or if this was somebody she was babysitting. They're making new rules for everything else. They need to start making rules for these niggas that get caught. It's sick. Something need to happen. At least let the family get a visitation with them for an hour. If they come out alive, they come out alive. Bitch.
Some of their asses is doing the same shit that's making the laws.
Lady's husband got killed by this gang, and instead of her calling the police, she goes gang leader's mom.
Really?
Mike, I swear to you, bro.
That's wild.
Dude. So this happened in 2016 in Guerrero, Mexico, and it was this girl named Yadira Garcia. Her and her husband were just living life like any other day, and her husband went to like this area to go do something. I think because he was a mechanic. I think he was going to do his job. Basically where they live, there's a lot of these things that happen. A lot of it is through this gang where they'll people and use them for like ransom or her husband so happened to be one of the guys that got snatched up one day. She's wondering where the hell he was at. This lady has something inside of her of like, I am sick and tired of these people messing with us. She rallies up a bunch of people and basically gets a team together. It's her and a bunch of basically civilians and like vigilantes. They even get guns.
Wow.
So this lady leads a militia pretty much. They find out who the guy is and they connect who his mother is, go to her place, storm in there, kidnap his mom and a bunch of other like victims pretty much.
Wow.
They get all these people. She gets a camera and she goes, we got your mom right here. I want to do a swap. Nobody's gonna get hurt. I want you to bring my husband back for your mom and don't touch a hair on his head. The gang leader's like, all right, bro, I don't want nothing to happen to my mama. We can make this trade. So they eventually go to wherever the hell this place was at. They do the trade where they get the husband. They gave the mom to the police to return her back home. And that's how they did the swap. Dude, to tell you the truth, nobody ended up getting hurt. And long story short, the girl saved her husband and bro's back home.
Damn.
To my knowledge, I don't know if all of the guys got arrested, but I know that some of those guys ended up getting arrested over the years, but I don't think they ended up getting the leader still.
That's insane.
Yeah.
You gotta remember your way to get out.
Those dinosaurs are nothing more than different forms of dragons. They just told you, they just gave you a name and said they were dinosaurs. They're not dinosaurs. Those are dragons. And there are different forms of dragons. Some dragons come looking like birds, come in the form of different types of birds. Okay? Dragons do not look like your typical dragon, that don't always look like your typical dragon that they depicted out there for the world to see. They do look like that, but not all of them like that. There's many different species. Okay? For an example, any form of lizards that you see out here are dragons. If you ever heard the term the bearded dragon, those are real dragons. Of course, there's the Komodo dragons, right? Alligators are part dragon and part alpha draconian and part salamander. They are an actual experiment. Okay? That's what alligators are. That's why I tell people, said you would leave them damn water dragons alone, and they're malevolent. And they're malevolent because they also are mixed in with the draconian energy. And draconians are naturally malevolent. Not all draconians are like this, but a good bit of them are naturally malevolent.
California was just hit by 2 major earthquakes in the same area, back-to-back days on the same fault line. Yeah, the same fault line that causes a lot of these earthquakes. And it kind of corresponds with the prediction that some scientists and geologists had lately. The first earthquake happened on Sunday, a 4.1 magnitude, right there, just south of Bakersfield. The second was today, a 4.3 magnitude earthquake, just east of Bakersfield. And like I said, these are near or on the same fault line. And this kind of connects to a story I read a little over a week ago. That geologists and scientists are predicting the possibility of a megaquake to hit that area of California. The biggest quake in 1,000 years. Now that doesn't mean it's gonna happen. But when you get back-to-back earthquakes in the same area, near the same fault line, on consecutive days.
Let's just break this down into 2 basic types of extraterrestrials. We've talked about the hybrids. Hybrid extraterrestrials are a specific type that have a lot to do with our genetics being mixed in there with them. And most of them look enough like us that they can be among us and have been among us for a long time.
Already?
Helping create different things in the sciences, in philosophy, in sociology, in politics, whatever. They're helping. When open contact occurs, my understanding is we will be told who they are and we will be able to interact with them in public.
It's me.
No, it's not.
No, none of them would reveal themselves at
Like
this
none
point.
of them would be tall Canadians.
None of them will reveal who they are at this moment. There have been instances where people have reported seeing, like, there was something very odd about this person. I couldn't put my finger on it. They felt like they weren't from here, but then I just went about my business. They have the telepathic ability to recognize when you recognize them and to turn you away and make you think about something else.
These are not the droids you are looking for.
Exactly. So that's one phase of open contact. The next phase is the pure extraterrestrials who will be introduced to us. Those we may not interact with a lot right away, but over the course of a few decades, they'll be fully integrated into our society and we into theirs. But first, the extraterrestrial hybrids that have already been here, we can interact with them.
Would that mean the end of your relationship?
I don't need to channel if you can talk to an extraterrestrial.
But that might be
face-to-face.
sad. He's been with you for so long.
No, because I'm going to still teach the principles. And that energy is still there. The connection is
Why
still
am
there.
I sad about it and you're not?
I don't know.
She's sad about a lot of things.
But that's very sweet of you.
Can we talk about the other aliens that are not the gray hybrids? What's their deal?
Well, there are beings that people have called out as being Pleiadian, Arcturan, whatever, reptilian, the mantis beings, insectoid beings. I think that as we get introduced to more and more extraterrestrials, we will be introduced to ones that at first are more like us, so we don't freak out. And then
I'm freaked out already.
And then over time, more of the ones that are not like us at all, because there are many more extraterrestrials that have no relationship to what we look like.
Okay, I'm going to ask another stupid and cynical question.
Okay.
What happens if this doesn't happen? Meaning, will you get further information about why it didn't happen? And
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely. But it will happen. It's inevitable at this point.
Like soon.
2027.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Also,
pretty specific.
Well, 2026 is the year of disclosure, and that's why we're seeing more information in the congressional hearings come out.
I just thought it was the year that I was finally going to get fit.
And then it will culminate in the idea of an actual official public presentation.
Who with Bashar? Who against him? I gotta hear it. He ain't made it to the channel in a minute, so I appreciate y'all for sending his content back through. I'm gonna have to start diving back in and pulling some of these creators back on that we ain't seen in a while. Let me know y'all thoughts though. I mean, I know we made it to the end of this. Don't forget to hype with the video. If you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. This is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, helps let it grow, helps let it get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content. tap in with this content. I appreciate you watching TV, whatever the case is. I wish it was Move 7. Love y'all collective. I'll see y'all in the next one. Y'all know what it is. We go.
I just check my account. Sheesh.